Hey guys, welcome back to the Axe Slinger. Today on Gear Reviews, we're going to go ahead and check this out. Line 6 HD 100. Let's get right to it. Welcome on back. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This is the #1 channel for everything shred. Okay, today on Gear Reviews, we're going to go ahead and check this out. It's my newly acquired Line 6 HD 100 valve head. It is a 100 watt tube head. It has 4 6L6 power tubes and 2 12AX7 preamp. If you guys are familiar with Line 6, these guys were notorious for smashing through the digital scene years ago. They had Line 6 Pod, which was a huge hit with the guitar community many years ago in the early 2000s. They also had another debut when they came out with their Line 6 Spider amplifiers, which reshaped solid-state circuitry for amplifiers. So you either loved it or you hated it. I had a Line 6 Spider, I think it was the Series 2, and it had all the built-in effects. It was great. I liked it. So anyway, this head I picked up for a very good deal. It's got a lot of good sounds to it. Haven't been running too many pedals lately through an amp because they're all built in. We're going to take a bit of a look here to see what exactly comes with this amp. But unfortunately, there is no effects loop on this amplifier, and it's got to be because all the effects are built in. They would defeat the purpose. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this amp and further. Okay, be right back in a sec. Okay, so here's the front of the Line 6 HD 100. Now you're going to notice here that it says tube amp designed by Bogner. This was a joint venture between Line 6 and Bogner. So the power tube section is all done and designed through Bogner, and they left the digital portion for Line 6. So if you're familiar with the Line 6 amplifier line, you'll notice that this is going to look very familiar. This is this wheel design that triggers all the different types of tones. There's also a tone bank, which we'll get to in a minute, but to your customizing your own tones, you've got a clean, twang, blues, crunch, metal, and insane. Now you're also going to notice that each channel has an amber color and a blue. These are voicings, and each one has them. So depending on which setting you're on, for instance, if you're on a clean or you're on amber, it's a lot more pure clean, a little bit more grit. Same with each of these channels. They're just different voicings. Okay? So you've got your overall drive, bass, mid, treble. So there's your EQ, channel volume. Now here's the effects section. So you've got a chorus and flange, phaser, and a tremolo, delay, tape echo delay, and a sweep echo delay, and then there's your reverb. Now, my only hiccup with this is I wish they gave you the option to separate chorus and flange. I think the Mark II version of this gives you that option. This is the Mark I. However, it is what it is. Now you've got your master section, and then there's your presence. Presence was a huge added feature. I wish they would have added a resonance on it because this is a very bright sounding amp, but I will show you guys out there how to tweak this thing to make it sound like bliss. Okay, I've done the hard work for you, so I'll make it sound real good for you kiddies out there. And then here, if you hold this down, there's your tuner. Now, here's your effects bank section. Okay, this is where you're going to filter through all the different effects. Now, you can save your own effects, which is there's up to 9 different banks. And then you have A, B, C, and D. So each bank has up to 4 different banks that you can save. So, for instance, there's an artist section with presets already done for you. So here's the Albert Lee. You have INXS, for instance. There's Maroon 5, Vertical Horizon, 311, 3 Doors Down. There's a bunch of different effects on this, which we're going to go through, and I'm going to show you the different types of sound that this thing can make, because there's a lot of really cool sounds that I think you guys will really like. Okay, let's quickly take you round back here so you can see there's the back of the amp. There's your power, okay? And then actually let's go ahead and quickly walk around here to the other side so you guys can see here. So there is, I have a 16 ohm cabinet, so I'm running on the 16. There is options for a 16 ohm pair or 8 ohm single, and then there's also 8 ohm pair or 4 ohm signal. Okay, you have your preamp out, power amp in. There's also a foot pedal, which I don't have, which plugs right into there. And then the back plate screws off so you can get to the power tubes. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So give me a second to get all set up here, and we're going to get to some tones, okay? All right, be right back. Okay, welcome on back. So what do I want to grab today? You know what? We're going to go ahead and plug into my Ibanez RGRT421 neck through with quantum humbuckers. These are passive. And we're going to see what this thing can do, this amp. Okay. So I think what we need to do is let's just start on some of the generic tones on this thing. Okay. And by the way, this thing gets very loud. So this is just your generic clean. It's very bright to start with. We can EQ all that after, and I'll show you how we do that. But I just want to run through some of the preliminary sounds. Here's the blue now on the clean, a little bit more aggressive. Okay, so let's listen to that. You also have a twang feature on this. Okay, and then again, there's different voicings for these as well. There's a blues, which is similar to a twang, a little more grit. A little bit of some gain added to that channel. Okay, and then you've got your crunch channel, okay, which is got some grit to it. So you can hear this thing's got a shit ton of gain. I mean, we're only on a crunch. You want to go into, for instance, the metal. Here's what the metal is going to sound like. Also have an insane feature. The insane is just stupid. Way too much gain. It's got quite a good bit of low end though. that's what we've got going on. Okay, so these are just your generic tones. Now, in this bank that we're taking a look at here, you have different tone settings. So, for instance, if we were to go to some of the artist sections, okay, here's the As I Lay Dying overdrive sound. This is what line 6 approach on tones are. Some of them are garbage, but some of them are pretty good. So, for instance, here's your As I Lay Dying kind of overdrive sound that they've put together. Pretty good. I like that one. Let's go to some of the other settings. So there's what is this one? This one's a fun. You can hear some tremolo on that. You can hear this thing's got a lot of effects. We got okay, this is the 2000s, so I guess these are artists or songs from the 2000s that we've got here. This is Smooth. I think this is kind of a Carlos Santana-ish kind of sound. Sounds good, actually, not too bad, eh? Okay, so if you keep going down the banks here, you've got the 90s. Let's see what we got here. So this is Steve Vai, For the Love of God. See what that sounds like. Pretty cool. What other effects we got on this? Got some Cliffs of Dover. Some Dimebag. Ooh, that sounds nasty. Cowboys from Hell. This is Cowboys from Hell tone. enter Sandman, clean. I'm in drop D's with little, or drop C source. It's a little hard to play some of these, but you get the idea, right? Like, okay, let's get out of this. What else we got here? Brick in the wall. This thing sounds killer. So you get the idea. Fuck, you can go through so many different tones on this son of a bitch. Like, they're all in there. Artists, decades, song titles. I mean, shit. They've even got Meshuggah on this. This is a Meshuggah tone. Listen to chugging on this. So I'm going to get to some effects that I've got dialed in here. Okay, now, before we get into that, what I wanted to talk to you guys about is how to make this bright sounding amp come to life. Now, what I do is I pull the presence back, so it's at about between 10 and 11 o'clock. I think around 10 and a half is where it sounds good. You have to pull the presence back on this thing because she's fucking bright. I also crank the bass to about almost 3 o'clock, right around 2 and a half. The mids, I don't go past noon. And the treble, I don't go past 10 o'clock. Okay, that's the only way to get this amp to sound very, very tight and increase the low end. I've also got a Fortin 33 running in this as well to really tighten it up even more. And then I've got an Eros effect. So if you got a boost pedal, like a Fortin 33 or a TC Electronics device, it'll definitely help this out. Even a Peppers pedal, a Dirty Tree will do that. And then I've also got the Eros Effects Savage Drive. Okay, so you need a boost and you need a clean drive to really get this amp to scream. Okay, so gonna quickly go over some of the tones that I've got. This is a tone that I really like a lot. I'll give you the settings for this so you can hear what it sounds like. First, let's take a listen. This is the Axe Slinger signature tone. That's my signature tone, okay? If you want to know how I got that, get a notepad. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? You're going to go to this dial. You're going to go metal on the blue color. You're going to put drive at 3 o'clock. Bass is going to be at 2.5. Mids is going to be at 11.5. Treble is going to be at 10. And I've got delay, just standard delay at about 15-20% capacity. Reverb I've got at 9.5. And the presence I've got at 10. That's going to get you this exact tone. You're going to need to tighten it up though with a Fortin 33 type of pedal. But that's pretty much the tone. I mean, you can hear it. It sounds nasty. Okay, so I could go on for hours with this thing. You get the point though. This thing is killer. Don't let the bad reviews get you. If they don't know what they're doing with tone, give them a $4,000 amp. They'll still find a way to fuck it up. Okay, so leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. I think it was a killer find, and I picked it up for only $100. So go ahead, hit the like button, share this with all your buddies. Always new and exciting things coming from the Axe Slinger. If you have one of these, let me know your thoughts. If you have any settings or presets that you think I should know about that are nice and heavy, also go ahead and let me know. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.